anyone else's spouse like to drive the dinghy extra fast and not care about its passengers? Get on the paddleboard and I'm going to try to slide around with a clip.
You can see my battle wounds. He snuck up on me.
I have not so great news. Our boat is cracking. What's up guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. Today we are leaving this rolly ASS Anchorage. We've been here for a few days. We got to see the baths. If you didn't catch last week's episode, we saw the beautiful baths. It was unforgettable, an awesome moment, something you never want to miss if you're out cruising. But we are now going to head to the other side of Virgin Gorda so we can maybe get in a little more relaxing anchorage.
Yeah, we're going up toward the north. We're fully provisioned. It's more like a bay up there, so like land on all sides. So I'm thinking, hopefully, it's a nicer anchorage. It's supposed to be quite a bit more crowded. Obviously, this is probably the least crowded anchorage we've had in the BVI, but we've been out here rolling in 4-foot swells with all the other lunatics that had to buy groceries. So we're going to get out of there. I'm excited to get up there. There might be some waves up there. There might be some more beauty. It'll be hard to be more...
Virgin Gorda is really beautiful.
Yeah, but it's not that big of a deal to me because I wake up with something more beautifuler than Virgin Gorda every day.
I don't know about that. But let's get going. We're already running out of time today. We're currently motor sailing, getting around to the anchorage. It only takes a couple hours. We're going about 4 knots and we're making our way. It's very beautiful out here. I'm checking out what all the islands' names are and it's pretty cool. They have the dogs, they got the famous Necker Island, and Matt told me that there's a lot of wild animals on Necker Island, but it's like $3,000 a night to stay at that resort. So I don't think I'll be checking out those wild animals.
All right, so I'm looking for a big white patch, a nice sandy area to anchor, and I think this is it right here. I think right there going to be my sand spot.
We have arrived and I feel like a celebrity at this anchorage. I looked around and there was some really cool, when we were sailing here, there's really cool resorts like on these mountainsides, and I looked at how much it would cost to stay at one of these resorts and you won't believe it. I'll give you a second to guess in the comments down below. Put your guesses in. It looks like just a regular nice resort, nothing too incredible. Guess how much it was. All right, tell them.
Wasn't it like 30 grand a night?
Yeah, $30,000 a night. And I just thought to myself, we're so lucky to be in the same spot living on our boat that we bought for $5,000.
No, it ain't all that.
Yes, it is. They got one night for $30,000 and we got this cool boat.
Yeah, but look at the pain and suffering we went through to get here.
That's just experience and learning.
For you.
For us.
It was pain and suffering.
Shut up, it wasn't. But anyways, it's a boat hack. Get yourself a boat. You'll be living like the celebrities, but it's a lifestyle for us, right?
Yeah, you're going to be living like the big baller shot callers. I mean, 30 grand a night, you can get a nice boat for 120K. So 4 days, you got a nice boat that you can live on for the rest of your life. So, you know, they're pretty big ballers. It makes me feel like a brokey and makes me sad thinking, where did I steer wrong in my life that I can't spend 30 grand on a hotel room?
I don't
these
know
boys
anybody
can.
who can, but It's beautiful out here. The water's clear. We're going to dive in today and we're going to see what kind of fish we can find. And
yeah.
This is going to be the best snorkeling because it's so clear out there.
Crystal clear pool water. But I want to know in the comments, if you are going to comment, I want to know the most expensive hotel you've ever stayed in per night. Any of the homies. We know we get down in the comments, so let me know. Here, it's unbelievably clear, beautiful water. I see a bunch of rocks, a bunch of coral even from the boat. I think we're going to see a lot of wildlife. I hope I can catch a squid.
So clear down there, it's like we're swimming in a fishing, like a fish, what do you call it?
Aquarium.
Yeah, it looks like an aquarium.
It's beautiful. I've seen a lot of fish so far, but I ain't seen nothing too big. But we're getting out to the deeper spot now, so maybe we'll find something good.
Alright, that snorkel was awesome. I couldn't believe all those conch shells were like built up on the floor. I've never seen conch shells before, and I was telling Matt that the other day, I was like, I remember when on my bucket list was to see a conch shell when we first started this sailing journey, and there's so many conchs. I've seen millions of conchs now, so I just laugh about that. But we are heading to lunch. There's this really cool resort that's on like a special little island that we got reservations for. I don't know how fancy it is, but we can pull our dinghy up, so let's check it out. Someone also told us that there's a salt flat that might have flamingos in it, so we're gonna check that out also. I hope there's flamingos. I don't think, have we seen flamingos one time? Where was it, Matt? In Turks and Caicos?
It was in Grand Turk.
Grand Turk. We saw flamingos, but they were so far away that we could barely see them.
Well, we had way worse camera gear at that point also, so they weren't as far away as they were, as we were saying they were. They were just out of reach of our lenses.
We made it in, and I just wanted to say, does anyone else's spouse in boat life like to drive the dinghy extra fast and not care about its passengers? Because mine does.
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that you say, hey, tell me if you ever need to slow down, and they just sit there and break their back and then just look at you. Like, when you could just easily tell me.
By the way, the new outboard, a lot smoother than our old one. I think it's the weight. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think the shaft is slightly longer, and that helps it hold down a lot better in the back.
Just finished our lunch. The music was playing in there, so we didn't want to ruin it. We walked out to the back of this resort, and they have this cool like little beach area where you can hang out, hammocks. I guess they teach you how to do some water sports here, so this is a pretty cool place. What'd you think of your lunch? Pretty good?
Pretty cool. I'm always uncomfortable in like nice restaurants because I don't really come from places like that, so I'm more comfortable at like a Sizzler.
And he's talking about if they pour his water for him.
I don't like that. To me, it makes me feel like mad uncomfortable, and they gotta be polite. Like, I know these are real human beings. They ain't that polite. Ain't nobody that dang polite, so I'm always like making me feel uncomfortable. But either way, yeah, it is cool. We're in the back lounge area. I don't think we're allowed to be here, but we just trespassed over here. I think this is for the people staying.
It's open for everybody.
We do what we want over here. But yeah, the food was pretty good. I don't know, I ordered a grouper sandwich. I'm pretty sure that was not grouper because I filleted a lot of fish. That'd be the saddest grouper I've ever seen in my life if you had the whole fillet and it was that long and that thick. I would say that was some sort of snapper or some sort of something or another, but damn sure wasn't no grouper. But that's okay, that's standard. Standard restaurants. I'm from Tampa, so plenty of restaurants charge you for grouper and give you sway. All right, I'm gonna see if they let me go in. Oh shoot.
Does it really work? Is that real?
I think it probably do real work, but I don't need to make any phone calls in 1974, so I'm probably just gonna use my cell phone.
We're off, and we're gonna try to see if there's any flamingos over there. I feel like I can see already over there. I'm not seeing any birds, but you never know.
If we find a baby flamingo, can we adopt it?
No baby animals on the boat. We already got one baby. It's getting shallow, boy.
All right, y'all, so some sandpipers were around this little flat here and they were chirping at me and they were going puffing, and like they would throw their wing up and act like they were hurt. And me being the natural born hunter that I am, I always recognize that as generally when birds do that and they feign injury, it's to get something like a fox or a weasel or like another bird to chase them down. So whenever birds will do that, there's always a nest around that either has babies or eggs. And I have found the eggs here.
And I almost stepped on them.
Kristen almost stepped on them, but I want to make an omelet out of them.
Matthew!
So this is gonna be, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Y'all say eat them or don't eat them, and then I'm gonna read the comments and I'm gonna come back and find them if there's more eat ems. So I'm gonna let y'all decide. All right, I got some tracks down here. I got some baby goat tracks. This is how you can tell a baby goat's size. If it's 2 knuckles, it's 2 months old.
That's not true. You don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, you don't have to know. You can just make it up, okay? I have a YouTube channel. Automatically means you know what you're talking about. All right, guys, so you can see my battle wounds. That crab definitely got the better of it, but I could kill him if I wanted to, so I could win realistically, but we're not going that hard in our fight. He snuck up on me. I was trying to think about something clever to say, and the crab said, "Yaga!"
All right, guys, I have not so great news. It's not ideal, but I was taking a shower this morning and I noticed our boat is cracking. It's cracking at the top of it in the shower, and we're thinking it's because of that hard sail we had. If you didn't see that episode, we went to the baths and we were in 25 to 30 knots wind, and we were really putting the boat to the limits, heeling. We probably should have reefed in our main, but we didn't. And now part of the boat's cracking, so I'm gonna go in the shower and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so right up in this corner, it's starting to crack a little bit. You can tell because our paint that we painted during our refit is now coming apart. I don't know how bad it is, but it's not something you want to see on a boat. Clearly this isn't like a serious wall, I don't think. Matt will probably explain that to you guys more, but it's something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. And obviously it's not good.
So obviously I'm bummed about that. During the refit, I spent a ton of time on that shower, and I actually did fiberglass it in, but I only used like one layer of the thinner stuff simply because it was for aesthetic. I didn't think that there was that much pressure on that particular wall. It's not a bulkhead, it's just a partition. All it does is separate the V-berth from the shower. So I did all that waterproofing, but structurally I didn't make it super strong. I didn't think the boat twisted that much. But the other day, I guess I was sailing with my ego and not with my brain, because it was blowing really hard. We were heeling quite a bit, and I just kept saying, you know what, let's see what the old girl can do. But you know, I squeezed her and she cracked, and now, you know, I'm looking back thinking, let's be a little nicer. Let's ride the old gray mare the way that she needs to be ridden, softly, gently. The dead dolphin's not going to be heeling 30 degrees anymore. We're going to keep her between 15 or so. So as y'all can see, I got the hood popped on my ride here, my big boat, my home, and that means that we're up to some routine maintenance. I know, before you check out, before you start doing skips, this ain't no regular maintenance, okay? This is maintenance with not. Well, it's regular, but I'm the one that makes it special. The fact that I'm here, I'm going to be saying some crude jokes, some dad jokes. You know, we're going to be along for the ride. I'm sure I'm going to fumble it at some point and not put the oil filter back on like I did when we did the first startup, and the glurp was just squirting out the side. Basically, she was a squirter right off rip, and it was not good. So we're going to get into this, and we're going to try to make it entertaining because we love you guys. Alright, so you might be wondering, Matt, why are you working on your engine already? It's brand new, and I'm not really working on it. I'm just going to be doing some routine maintenance. I'm going to be doing the oil change today. First things first out of that deal is I have to start the engine, run it for a bit, get it up to temp, get all that oil moving around. Then I'll be taking my dipstick out and my fill plug off, and then I'll be moving forward with the process. Okay, first let's check this oil, see what we're dealing with. Oh, well, don't even look too dirty. This Beta Marine's pretty. It takes good care of itself. There it is, between the two dots. I think that's right where it's supposed to be. And she's looking good, so that's where I'm gonna go when I fill her back up. So one of the things I'm really excited about and really happy with Beta Marine is that they engineered a way to put the pump so you could pump the old oil out without having to crawl down, loosen bolts, get a drain pan in there. This is supposed to simplify it because Beta Marine cares about the people that buy their engines, and they want to help you in the future. They know that
this is not sponsored. You sound very sponsored.
It's not sponsored work. I'm just really, I've been like I came from the trenches of not really having a motor that worked, so I had to actually sail. I know it's hard to find that sort of thing on Sailing YouTube, but I had to really sail without the engine. So now that I have the engine, I'm smitten. It's my first love, and I'm like, Beta Marine made it not only affordable, the installation was simple and easy. I'm kind of a dumbski, and even I was able to do it.
You're not dumb.
And now even when it comes to the maintenance, they make it as easy as they can for you. So I'm just super excited about it. I'm really happy, but no, this is not sponsored. I'm a Beta boy for life, but you know, it's not sponsored. But either way, I'm excited to see how well it works. Alright, so since Kristen established earlier that I'm not a dumpski, you might just see me trying to pump that. There's a valve here that opens that up for you. So now that it should be open, I should be able to pump it.
Oh shoot, it's coming out.
Whoa. Maybe you should be pumping it while I hold the bottle. You can hold the jug and I can pump it if you can't.
It's hard to pump.
Try.
How much do we have to pump this? Till it's all out?
Yep. You keep pumping till it's done. Just like prom night. Just like prom night, boys. Keep pumping till it's done.
Shut up. This isn't the easiest thing to do in the world, but it's not hard also.
Well, we skipped our workouts today anyway, so.
I did a lot of push-ups yesterday.
All right, so we filled up one jug, which is 1.6 quarts.
We're on to the next.
We're on to the next one. So I had to turn my hat around because the sun was shining in my face. And one guy cussed me out because he said, oh, you tuck your ears into your hat. Unsubscribe. Bro, it's because I got cauliflower ear, okay? If I put my hat on, it really makes my ears stick out crazy. And I'm self-conscious because I'm deformed. So yeah, be a little nicer, dude. But anyway, it's time to take this filter off. I got all the oil out, so now it's to the next step is grabbing my filter. I'm thinking I can just grab it and twist it off. My hands are a little greasy from the oil, so I might have to get a tool to do it. Okay, so now I got my sealant ring, my O-ring here, and I'm gonna take some of the old oil and I'm gonna prime it. And this always reminds me of one time I was having dinner with my dad, and I said, Dad, have a beer. And he said, no, I don't want one. I said, oh, you can have a beer. It's on me, don't worry about it. And then he drank the beer. And I said, see, that wasn't so bad, was it? He said, yeah, the problem is that now I'm primed and I have to drink 20 beers. So every time I prime something, I think about my dad drinking those beers and saying, now I'm primed.
And he yelled in a restaurant.
And he says, now I'm primed after one Budweiser. And just to let you know, if you ever meet my dad, he's a lightweight. He gets drunk off 2 Budweisers. He's hilarious. Now, there's nothing left to do but put the oil in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And now I gotta start her up and check it.
It's a beautiful day out here in Virgin Gorda and the water's clear, so I'm gonna take one for the team since Matt always cleans the bottom of the boat, and I'm gonna wash the sides. The whole of the dead dolphin is gonna get a scrub down. I'm gonna try to clean up the white line and hopefully it works out. We never really washed the boat, to be honest, since we painted it. It just, you know, salty and then rainwater, salty and then rainwater. So we'll see how much of a difference this makes, but I think it's about time. All right, I got my sunscreen on, my hat protection, and now I'm gonna get on the paddleboard and I'm going to try to slide around with a clip. So we'll see how this works. Alright guys, that was harder than I expected to be. Some reason I thought I was going to be in a peaceful, serene lake, just taking my time. I thought about, I might listen to some music and groove it and do it. I was holding on for dear life while using my other arm firmly on there. Then I had like a hazy soap haze, so I'm trying to rinse it off. I thought I ruined my paint job there for a second. It was just one thing after another, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kristen went into disaster mode, which she goes into relatively quickly.
What's disaster mode?
Kristen's a very worrisome person. She constantly is thinking that everything bad is going to happen. And
what are you talking about?
Like,
I just struggled trying to clean the boat.
You were like, the soap, the film, it's ruined. You literally might have said it's ruined. Anyone on earth that thinks they can ruin paint from putting soap on it, it's really hard to ruin it. Now, if you're putting acid
hazy,
or a
okay?
Scotch-Brite...
And I kept rinsing it and rinsing it.
You went into disaster mode. It's okay.
Fine. I try my best to do my part. And you know what? Manual labor just ain't my thing.
I don't think it's your thing, no.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Keep your fingers crossed for us about the crack in our shower. Hopefully it's just a little minor thing and it doesn't keep creating a bigger and bigger situation.
Yeah, hopefully this will be one of the few times the crack doesn't kill. But
oh my God.
It might still. Who knows? Maybe we're gonna die.
Crack kills, Matt.
Crack kills.
Anyways,
that'd be a great video for this. We're on crack. Sailing GBU.
That doesn't go with anything. We're not on crack.
But we have a crack that we're on. We're on the crack.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna see you in the next video because you're gonna come back. You're gonna hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And we have our t-shirts. Get your Dead Dolphin t-shirts while they are hot. If you have any other t-shirt ideas that you think would be cool, let us know in the comments. Matt's been working on some ideas, hopefully in his head.
Yep, I definitely have. I dreamt about a little boy being a t-shirt designer, and I sit around in my spare time and I just pontificate upon
You came up with a great idea last time, so I'm like impressed. So anyways, our shirts are in. They're waiting there. We gotta go pick them up, but we're going to a different island, so make sure you watch our next video. We're sailing off. We're still in the BVI, and we're going to, where are we going? In Agata.
Whoa, don't tell them, because then they don't have to come back. They can do all the research on their own.
Okay, sorry.
We're going to the 3rd largest barrier reef in the world in our next video, so you don't want to miss that.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.